Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Look for classy women. Look for classy women. Look, I'm gonna tell you something now. Now y'all know I know a lot of people, I know a lot of dudes, they'd be happy as hell if I just went in on some of the bad shit that these women be doing out here. And let's be clear, I see it. Probably I see it better than most people. Now, do I talk about it? No, I don't need to. There's about 1,000 other channels that do it, and they actually do a good job, whether people like those channels or not. They point out every little thing. I don't worry about that because my thing is they there. You treat them like rats. You see a rat, you just keep it away from them, or you treat them like a bug, you step on it. But you just keep your environment, your place clean of those things. So when you got all these bad women, shit, with all the information out here, with all the comment YouTube creators and stuff talking about them, shoot, no guy should really be messing with them. Even when you run into it, you should be able to spot it right away. Okay, whatever. But see, my thing is look for quality women. Now, I'm gonna really shout out classy women. What's a classy woman? A woman who's behaving with class, and they don't mean necessarily that she's like a high social class or anything. Because you got some high social class women who, quite frankly, behave like ratchets, or they on some evil shit. That's not classy. Classy in terms of behavior, how they carry themselves. Like a big part of it is just carrying themselves in a feminine manner. You know, I love that to death. I love that. I remember when I was in school at American University. Well, actually afterwards, because I would still work out there, at the gym, even after I graduated, right? And I remember there was a young lady there. Oh, she was such a sweetie. She's from Texas, Southern Belle, right? And she was just the classiest young lady. I remember me and another brother were talking about her, right? And he said he was like, man, they must have really taught her well because everything was class. Even how she carried herself, how she dressed, she always dressed sexy but classy. Like even worked out, how she worked out, she wasn't like popping her butt and everything. She had a killer ass body too, but just how she did everything. It was like, wow, that was classy. I'm gonna tell you what, fellas, look for classy women, right? Look for classy women that carry themselves with a class. I'm gonna tell you a classy woman. See, a classy woman, she could tell you about yourself in such a way you're smiling. In fact, she's the type, a classy woman, even when she's mad at you, she could tell you go to hell in such a way that you look forward to the trip. Seriously, that's seriously. Because a classy woman, that's not the type that's going to be talking all ratchet and all of that, or even cursing a lot. They might throw a curse word here and there, but for the most part, they're going to be calm. They're going to be peaceful. It's going to be their level of behavior. That's the key. That's the key. Now, shout out to Master Teacher BGS for the Octane model. And he talked about it, but a classy woman is she ain't necessarily a 92. She can be. You have classy women in all classes. You ever meet a woman who, on the surface might look ratchet, she might be from a poor environment, but she carries herself in a very classy way anyway. Which is tough in those environments, but you do find it, right? Or she could be working class, still carry herself, definitely like more professional and everything, still carry herself in a classy manner. Those women are there. Those women are there. And I'm going to tell you what, and this is Rom's view, I'll give more attention to that woman, even if on her facially, or, she might rate on that mythical scale a 6. I give more attention to that 6 who's behaving classy than I would to a 9 who's behaving ratchet. Let me say that again. I will give more attention to a 6 who behaves classy than I would to a ratchet. See, understand something. As a man, it's not just about how the woman look on your arm. It's about how she carries herself. See, a classy woman, she ain't gonna be walking ahead of you. Classy woman ain't gonna be trying to boss you around. A classy woman, she's gonna be the type. She gonna just She gonna be in her femininity first of all. Like, and let me be clear: if that woman ain't in her femininity, fellas, y'all need to leave her alone. Okay, she need to have something in her femininity. If she ain't that girly or feminine and nice, calm, and peaceful, leave her the fuck alone. See, a problem out here. Let me go on this tangent. A problem out here is too many men are empowering those women, and not just the so-called simps either. There's a lot of guys who call themselves players or something like that, be empowering like these tacky ass women out here. It's like, no, you deal with the classy women. You deal with it, right? And then you carry yourself in such a way where it suggests to the woman. Remember yesterday, I talked about walking your talk. You carry yourself in such a way where they want to behave classy. Now, I've told this story several times when this time, well over a decade ago, I was working on a job and I had to take the bus. I had to take transportation. And, there was always these rowdy women at the bus stop. And just to be clear, they were both black and white. Because I know some brothers, they be thinking it's just black women. It's like, no, tackiness runs across the races, trust me. And I remember what I always said about them. They got to the point, they were rowdy, but I ain't say anything to them, barely looked at them. They got to the point when I started coming around, they started calming down. That's because I walked my talk without saying a word to them, because they realized they needed to be calm around me, right? Because you got to carry yourself in a way where a woman knows she got to at least try to be classy to be around you. Let me say that again. You carry yourself in a way. Remember, men create order. So you got to have so much order, and you got to give off that vibe so much when she even think about saying hi to you, she going to be like, hey, how you doing? Instead of like, hey, yo, what's up, man? Yeah. That's how you have to be. And I'm going to tell you what, one thing about a classy woman, they're powerful. Their femininity, you could feel their femininity. And it's like, you want to, and for some of the women listening, look, if you truly classy, this is for the women listening, that man ain't going to have a problem protecting and providing. He ain't going to have a problem doing it. He's going to want that. He's going to do it without even thinking about it. I'm going to tell you what, because y'all know I've publicly said Rom is cheap and proud. But I remember one woman I went out with. This was in the late 80s, right? In a long time ago. And she carried herself in a classy way. Just how she was with me, how she carried herself. Actually, at the time, it was the most money I ever spent on a woman. It was only $100 because it was like tickets for like this play. And then, we just went to get something to eat afterwards. And, this $100 in 80s money, right? Late 80s money. It'd probably be about, honestly, probably be about 400 or something today, right? But I ain't mind because she carried herself in a classy way. And all I got from it was a kiss on the cheek. And I didn't mind because she carried herself so classy, right? Because it was her energy. Look, men, look for those women. Now, I know a lot of guys say, well, those women ain't around. Things have changed. No, they haven't. I run into classy women now. The night before I'm recording this, I was on the phone with a very classy woman for an hour and a half. And the night before that, yet another woman that was just an hour, right? Because that's who I keep in my circle. That's who I keep in my circle. They out there. Because if you focus your mind on finding classy women and start ignoring the ratchet ones, stop focusing on all the bad ones, just recognize the bad one and keep walking. Like I said, it's like if you see that rat or something, you don't mess with it, you just keep walking. So when you start focusing on the classy women, a magic thing will happen, or seemingly magic. I'm using air quotes, right? A seemingly magic thing happens. You'll start seeing them, and you'll start running into them. And especially if you carry yourself a certain way, you'll draw them to you. All right? So anyway, look for classy women, y'all. I'll talk to y'all. Peace and blessings.